Act 3, Scene 2. Enigma of Remembrance Day. A public meeting place, appropriately adorned in bantings befitting a national day. A section of dignified guests can be seen seated on the dais. They include the chief guest, Ngofu Ngonda and his daughter Norayu, Mwami Mhando, an empty chair to represent his late wife, Mtange and Mnamvi. The rest of those on the dais cannot be seen. The activities of the day are in progress. Just before the curtain opens, there is a prolonged applause for the second last performance during the entertainment program. Nzira, the mistress of ceremonies, walks in, still clapping enthusiastically. Nzira: thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think they deserve another round of applause. Let's give them one. There is more clapping and ululating from the audience, which extends beyond the sidelines of the audience in the auditorium. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have the last item on the entertainment program. The item of a self-explanatory mimed action. Two creatures with human features, except for the bones on their heads, enter. They are joined at their necks with a long rope. As soon as they enter, each is attracted by a totem placed at opposite ends of the stage. Since the rope is not long enough and they are moving in opposite directions, each narrowly misses the target of the totem head. The struggle to achieve their target is mimed to the accompaniment of appropriate sound effects. Exhausted, they sit down to rest. Eventually, they fall asleep. Suddenly, one of them appears to dream and sleepwalk. He stands up, furiously trying to remove the bones from his head. When he finally succeeds, he shakes his head vigorously as if to confirm that he no longer has horns. Gradually, he calms down and begins to survey his environment. He sees his colleague and is fascinated by the sight. He feels his neck and realizes that he too has a rope around his neck. He panics but manages to undo the rope and throws it away. Quickly, he dashes to his colleague and pulls the horns off. The colleague behaves as if he has just come out of a trance. The free one now helps to remove the rope from his colleague's neck. As soon as they are both free, they rush to the nearest totem and are about to fight over it when they suddenly realize the futility of their action. One of them realizes the totem, allowing the other to possess it, but the other, feeling embarrassed, hands it back to the colleague. The one with the totem appears to remember the second totem and signals to his colleague to go and pick it up. Once each has a totem, they shake hands and embrace. They are about to walk off hand in hand when a happy dance tone fills the air. Pleasantly surprised, the two dance themselves lame before they exit to the applause of the audience. Note: depending on the creative ingenuity of the director and the cast. This scene should be an unforgettable, mimed dramatization of what may be gained from unity to purpose. Muzira, clapping with everyone else. Well, well, well. Let us give them another round of applause. The audience claps. Thank you very much. The ladies and gentlemen bring us to the end of the entertainment part of our program. I shall now call the chief hostess, Dora Sariku, to lead us through the remaining part of the program. Audience claps. Sariku replaces Mzira. Sariku. Thank you, Mzira. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to humbly request His Excellency Mwami Muhando to introduce our chief guests. Muhando stands up amid much clapping and goes to the microphone. Muhando. Ndika. Juu. Crowd. Juu. Mndika. Ngio. Crowd. Ngio. Mndika. Ngango. Crowd. Ngago. Muhando. Thank you very much. Those who have gone before us used to say, if a child washes his hands clean, he may be allowed to eat with elders. Today, we sons and daughters of Mndika have washed our hands, and that is why we are here about to eat with one of the greatest elders of this region. Muhando. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the great elder that I talk of is none other than Ngofu Ngonda, the son of the great blind seer of Mndika, whom you have heard so much about. With difficulty, Ngofu Ngonda stands up and waves to the crowd, receiving a thunderous applause. In the process, Ngofu sits down. Ngofu Ngonda did not travel alone. He came with his beautiful daughter Nora Olivaho. Nora stands up and waves to the crowd, also receiving a thunderous applause. Great son of Mndika, Ngofu Ngonda, and your beautiful daughter Nora Olivaho, I once again extend a warm welcome to both of you. I thank you most sincerely for accepting to grace this occasion of Mndika's Remembrance Day. Last night, you met our leaders and you saw the enthusiasm with which they received you. We will not mince our words. No, to do so would be to defeat the very purpose of which we set this aside of Remembrance Day. Honorable Ngofu Ngonda, this is a day set aside for honoring our brothers and sisters, our fathers and mothers who lost their lives at the hand of those who gave birth to us. It's a day when we remember those who fled from our motherland to live as refugees in neighboring countries. This day, what you have witnessed and are witnessing is our way of saying never again. Crowd applauds. Ladies and gentlemen, although he is a little tired, it is now my pleasure to welcome Ngofu Ngonda to share a few words. As crowd applauds, Ngofu Ngonda beckons Mwami Muhando. After a short whispering conversation, Mwami Muhando raises his hand to the crowd, keeps quiet, and the crowd keeps quiet. Muhando. Mndika! Ladies and gentlemen, Ngofu Ngonda wishes Nora Olivaho to say a few words. Nora stands up and addresses the crowd. Nora. Mndika ngiyo. Crowd ngiyo. Nora. Mndika ngago. Crowd ngago. Nora. People of our motherland, I greet you and greet you again. That is what clapping. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. Last night, my father and I were asked to consider coming back here for another visit in the near future. It's not difficult to see why that request was made. From our short stay here, it has become obvious that your current leader wished to break clean from the past. Cloud claps. Most of your leaders want Mdika to return to oneness and to wholeness. My father is still strong, but quite old. I cannot therefore guarantee his return. However, I promise that I shall return to honor the invitation on behalf of my father. There is all clapping. Thank you very much. There is more clapping. Nora takes her seat as Mgofu stands to address the gathering. He surveys the audience in silence for some time before he speaks. Mgofu. I'm home. Cheers. Yes, I'm home. And home, as you know, is where a man returns to sow his best seed. More cheers. At my age, what is my best seed? Ladies and gentlemen, my best seed for you is a request for all of you to respect human blood. Respect it with all your sensibilities. I am strong in spirit, but frail in body. When your leader, His Excellency Muhando, invited me, I knew I would come. My presence here fills me with great joy. I also represent many who feel the way I do. Oh, how I wish I was stronger. Then perhaps I would have joined in the unity dances of last night. Mongofu begins to cough uncomfortably. Nora leaves her chair and goes to sit in the one that has been emptied all along, next to Mwami Mhando. She whispers something to Mwami Mhando as the crowd, for some reason, applauds before stopping abruptly. Mongofu turns towards the two. Blood is every man's heritage. How not to waste it is by being mindful of other people's welfare. Who in this world is not searching for happiness? Who? A big round spreads on his face. I'm home. He bends forward and begins to cough uncomfortably. Nora and Mamuhando stand up, concerned. Mamuhando beckons for assistance. State operatives, moving fast and efficiently, move in and get hold of Mgofu before he falls. There is a complete silence. The state operatives carry Mgofu off. Nora and Muhando are temporarily unsure of whether to follow or stay. Before they make a move, Thori and Thorua enter from opposite side of the stage. All freeze. Thori. In this slice of life that we have shared, whether Mgofu Ngonda's return ended in death or whether it did not is not the matter. The matter is that the probability was always there. Sorry. So, it cannot be that the wheelchair we have been riding in was part of the original plan, and so those with ears, let them hear. Thori and Thoriwa move close to each other, hold hands and bow. They form the center of the curtain. Cole, Muhando and Nora follow. They too hold hands and bow. The rest may follow in whatever order, provided that Mgofu Ngonda appears last. The ends.